Mike Kneebone. I'm Director of Technology and Media Services for Washington Township. Washington Township is made up of a developmental preschool, 3 middle schools, 7 elementaries, and a high school. We've been FileWave customers since 2004. Right now we're managing about 5,000 Apple and PCs, desktop computers, and we are deploying around 300 iPads this year. And I think we have approximately maybe 120 in service currently that were deployed previously. Well, this year we're deploying iPads to a population of ENL students, English as a new language, that we've identified that are a slow growth, that seem to be underserved or could use more supports. And actually the individualization of the support will be a good strategy. So we're bringing our teachers up to speed and how to use those in instruction, and hoping that this level of intervention will help that population catch up or grow at a faster rate. One of the big challenges with our iPad deployment is managing all of the accounts and apps, getting them out to the stations, getting them downloaded for students. That's where we will use FileWave as a key piece in that. So we're using FileWave to kind of gather those applications in their app portal. That'll give the teachers the power to kind of customize what's on those devices for their students. The students will be able to go in, pull down the application from the portal that we've already deployed to the devices. I think that'll be a huge help for teachers in trying to manage and control what's on those devices for the students.
The app portal is a new feature in FileWave which lists all the apps that are available for the iPad, and it can be a lifesaver if an app is accidentally removed from the iPad. My name is Samar Sroor, and I'm one of the central techs for MSD Washington Township. I administer all the deployments for FileWave.
We have high-stakes testing going on. What we have are different test banks, versions of the test software, and I was hearing nightmare stories from all around the state when the state would update the test software and they would have to deploy all of their staff to go and reconfigure the machines. And we just didn't have that experience because we were able to, from one point, update the test software, roll out the new test banks, and call back old versions. So that was a lifesaver. When we first started out, I was skeptical. You know, I was told by the sales rep how easy it was, how it worked well with both platforms, and I'd heard that many times before. So I just asked if I could have it for 30 days, 60 days, and let me try it out. Before we even had the training, we were able to get the initial file sets created and deployed to a Mac and PC lab, which were our test environments. So it was pretty user-friendly, and you know, just knocking around it, we learned our way in a very short time.
FileWave was very easy to integrate. It was very easy to get trained on. The interface is very user-friendly, and it makes sense on how you deploy the software.
Before we used FileWave, one of our main frustrations was the fact that we were touching every machine every time there was an update, every time we had a new piece of software to deploy. And as we prepare for a year, we may be visiting these machines multiple times.
I remember going around with a stack of CDs just trying to upgrade or install software on all the computers, and every once in a while you'd miss one of the computers and then you'll have to go back and reinstall all the software. This has become much easier with one click.
Once we saw in our own environment the ability to push those out in minutes, what was taking people days, it was pretty much a done deal. A relatively new feature that will be very beneficial is the kiosk. With the FileWave Kiosk, what we'll be able to do is empower users. They won't be relying on us for all of the software on the machine. We'll give them a little bit of freedom of choice. So they'll be able to go into some pre-configured, we already know the apps are going to work. They can pull up the kiosk, download the software that they like on their machine. We would have the ability in the kiosk to deploy training materials, links to websites, so I think that'll be a very valuable feature for us. We've realized savings by using FileWave in 2 different areas really. One, just time. So we have people that are using time in a more effective manner. Instead of going around and touching machines all the time, they're back to our primary focus, which is student learning. The other way we've realized a savings is just in manpower. We were able to reduce some of our manpower and more than cover our investment in FileWave when you talk about total cost of ownership. Just cutting down on tasks that used to eat up a lot of time, and the time, a lot of people in education sometimes forget that that is money to us. So I think FileWave will be a huge benefit as we move forward. Already, as we're moving into mobile devices, the MDM solution that they have, we're very excited about. We will be deploying it with all of our iPads, all 300 that we're deploying this year, and I'm sure that number will grow in the next couple of years.